This is Nick with Build Brothers Roofing at 2213 Hilton Head Glen out here in Escondido. Started my digital inspection. We are on top of a concrete S-tile roof. Just based off a few things, this looks like an older roof. Number one, there is no bird stop. We have a piece of wood here that is being used as a tile riser. You know, kind of get an idea of what the underlayment looks like. It's tough to see on this video, but just based off the fact that there is no bird stop, based off the age of the underlayment that's underneath it, I mean, I'm going to say this roof is at least 30 to 35 years old. I want to point a few things out on this roof for the new homeowner. I pulled a couple tiles, so don't be alarmed with that. I'm going to go ahead and show what the condition of the underlayment is. But these tiles weren't touched, so we can see that these tiles have slipped. All these tiles on the underside of this skylight have slipped down as well. And I want to show what that is doing to the roof. So I'll pull this in a little bit, and you can see the underlayment right here. So the underlayment is the paper that's protecting the roof itself. And this underlayment has been completely exposed for quite some time, is extremely damaged and worn, and that needs to be replaced. So that is a leak that's waiting to happen. It's probably a leak that's already happening, and something that the homeowner needs to be aware of. And then you can see how all these tiles have completely slipped down as well. Again, exposing all the underlayment underneath it. So all this underlayment is completely damaged, and that needs to be redone. Same thing over there. We can see just how exposed all that underlayment is and how much damage has already occurred. Okay, I'm gonna inspect the rest of the roof. I'll do my best to push these tiles up just to prevent any kind of damage from happening, but I wanna show what the rest of the roof looks like as well. So pulled a couple tiles. Obviously we have some solar panels that would need to be addressed, but I pulled this tile just to show the homeowner what the underlayment looks like, because again, that's the most important part of the roof. The tile's protecting the underlayment is protecting the house. This underlayment is very dry, it's very smooth, it's extremely brittle. This stuff is literally just crumbling in my fingertips at this point. And so when the underlayment gets to be at this point, it's gone past its life expectancy and is in need of replacement. And fresh underlayment is going to be very thick, it's going to be very granular, very gritty to the touch. This underlayment is none of those. We got a bunch of penetrations on this roof. A bunch of vents that are coming through, and we can see that a lot of these vents are just missing sealant altogether, like this one, or the sealant has started to corrode and it's allowing moisture to get down these pipes every time it rains. So some fresh sealant would definitely be needed on this roof. We got a couple cracked tiles. Here's one right here, but there aren't that many, right? So the nice thing with concrete is that it actually does get stronger as it ages. So for any kind of roofing work on this property, they do not need to add new tile to the roof. They can do what's called a lift and reset. I'll explain a little bit more about it. The other thing I noticed on this roof, and it's an indication that the roof is older, is how tight these valleys are. So for any newer roof, any new roof that we put on, we want to go ahead and open these valleys up, right? We want to allow water and debris to flow freely down this valley. And when it gets to be this tight, everything kind of starts to get caught in between. You can see all the dirt that's been caught in between here. You got some broken tile chips that are on here. And anyway, so what happens is instead of that water just flowing freely, it ends up diverting underneath the tile metal or the valley metal, which will end up causing leaks in the future. So just something to think about when this roof does need to be redone. And again, pulled this tile. It wasn't like this, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it back. But it just shows really what the condition of this underlayment is. You can see just how worn this stuff is. This stuff is literally just crumbling. So this particular roof, just based off of the age of the underlayment, based off the age of the mortar caps, the sealant, around all the penetrations, and how tight these valleys are, the fact there are no bird stop, you know, I'd say it's at least 30 to 35 years old. Underlayment like this is going to last typically 25 years or so on a roof this age. So, you know, this roof is in need of replacement. Now, is it an immediate need of replacement? Well, no. If it's not leaking, then it's not in any immediate need. But the homeowner needs to realize that this roof will need to be replaced in the next, 3 to 5 years or so. And leaks are going to start popping up. And when they do start to go, they're going to start to pop up pretty quickly. So I'd imagine that the rest of this neighborhood is going to start redoing their roofs really soon. You can see we got a brand new roof over there. And then you can see that there are some other areas, some other roofs that have had a lot of work done as well. So all these homes are going to start to redo their roofs all around the same time because they're all in the same age. But again, it's not in any immediate need of replacement. The tile itself is in great shape, so when it is time to replace, she can go ahead and reuse, the homeowner can go ahead and reuse the existing tile. We'll lift these up, we'll do a lift and reset, we'll stack these tiles along the roof, we'll replace the underlayment with 2 layers of UDL 40 underlayment, we'll redo all the flashing and all the penetrations. And then at that point it becomes a brand new roof. We'll add brand new drip edge and bird stop along the entire roof as well. And then the old tile goes right back on top. And obviously if the homeowner wants to add new tile, that they can, but it is not 100% necessary. The other thing that we'll do is we'll swap out these dormer vents for O'Hagan vents. O'Hagan vents are flat, low profile vents. They are a lot easier to flash, to waterproof. We see all kinds of leaks that come from dormer vents. They're just very susceptible to leaks. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these, replace them with O'Hagans, and I wanna add another couple on this side, possibly one on that side as well, just to increase the exhaust ventilation on this roof. One thing that this roof can benefit from is a roof tune-up. I would recommend doing a repair along this entire section as well, just because of how much water damage has already occurred from all those slip tiles. So repairing this section would be recommended. We can also do a roof tune-up where our guys come around, we reseal all the penetrations, we'll fix any kind of broken tiles, replace any broken tiles, and just kind of ensure that this roof is going to last, you know, a little bit longer than it should. That's it for my inspection.